Hey everybody, this is Aylad and we're back on the Starmada server. Oh yeah, I am sitting in the cockpit of the most recent version of my space tug. Y'all have seen this before. Uh, and I'm about to actually put it to use because today I have a little bit of work I gotta do here. So let's come on over here and I'll show off a new ship that I've built. Namely, a little modular ship right here. Directly in front of me, center of the screen, is the actual ship. And so far I've only completed one module for it, which is this turret assembly. And in today's episode I'm going to show y'all how that works, and I'm going to hook it up so that it's the module is actually mounted on the body. So let's have a look. Alright, so I parked my little space tug down here. Let's have a look at the main body of the ship first. So if I come over here, you can see Aylad Shipbuilders Ship Frame Alpha. Yeah, I'm calling this thing a ship frame because the way I see it, it's really just the kind of the core and some basic framework to run the whatever I end up converting it into. So up front here we've got a nice little cockpit, and actually this is glass door, so I can get in easily if I need to for any reason, but for roleplay purposes this shouldn't be used. If I sit in the cockpit, you can see that we've got let me just hop in here. Got a few cameras scattered around. This is the pilot view, and you see up on top of the screen here I've got a number of indicator lights labeled A, B, X, and Y. I'm sure I have no idea where I got that labeling scheme. And what that does is allow me to trigger different functions that are set depending on what the actual modules that are docked are. So for example, this wireless here is wireless A, this is B, then over here on the other side of the ship we've got X and X and Y. So if I have a module dock that I don't need to be able to control from the cockpit, that module would right here, right next to the wireless built into the ship frame, would have its own wireless module, and I can easily C and V and then C and V and hook that up. And of course it's all controlled through intership remotes. And there's a lot of different stuff that'll work that way. I've got some cargo space here, that's a storage block that's I can activate or deactivate storage pull, and I can also do it through an intership remote, so that I can pull cargo off of a module if I need to. I've got that on 3 different ones. Now this aft module dock actually doesn't have any wireless installed because I figure most of that will be on the side modules. And then this one also has the cargo going on. Alright, so down here on the floor and next to my transporter, got a few little controls. I can hit that activation module and it'll automatically undock any modules anywhere that are docked to this, either the 2 side ones or the aft one. Or I can undock individual modules by hitting the buttons individually. So that's pretty cool. And I've got some nice little amenities. I've got a little galley kitchen here out in the corridor. I've got some facilities in here. Yeah, it should be fairly familiar. And I've got a little captain's cabin right here. Yeah, alright. And that's really all there is to the interior. Just a little control center back here for the modules, and basic living spaces. Alright, let me hop into build mode. I'll show you the exterior of the ship. You've already seen a little bit one of the module docks. They're all pretty much the same. Yeah. And that's mostly what there is to it, actually. There's camera down here, camera up here. I've got 3 little beams set up here. There's salvage, there's astrotech, and there is damage beam. Now these are mostly here for AI purposes. There is actually a Bobby AI module installed right there. And so if I set it to, for example, be a salvage drone, there's going to be a little salvage beam, so it knows how to use that, right? Now in reality, the main salvage beams would be on a salvage module off on the side. But the main body of the ship for AI purposes needs to be able to actually salvage so that it knows to aim at asteroids. Likewise, the damage beam, if I have it set to be a fighter, needs to be able to aim at enemy targets instead of just trying to ram them. And again, like I've got a AI turret over here, that'll be doing most of the damage, but I still need some kind of weapon here on the main body. Astrotech may not be useful right now. It'd be nice in some future update if support systems like this could be used by the AI. I don't expect that to happen anytime soon, but if I need a repair drone and if they add that capability, here we are, right? Of course, I might replace that with something else at a later date. Let's see, you got the only docking point on the station, or on the ship, right here. Got some plans for that, but I'm not going to get into them right now because who knows. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Like, it is a really simple thing. I've got my a variation on my standard engine design. Still got the ice crystals behind red force field, behind grill. It doesn't protrude as much as, for example, as it does on my my big old station killer over there. But it still kind of keeps to the same aesthetic, the same general layout, so I'm pretty proud of that. Yeah. Now, zip over here to the module. Again, this is the only one I've actually gotten designed so far, but I've got plans for several other types of modules, some of which are highly experimental, and I'm going to have to test them out before I show them off. This is actually where it docks to the ship. I went ahead and lined it up nicely in my double shipyard here. This is an anchor point for things like my space tug to latch onto. And beyond that, it's just a very simple, unimaginative cannon 10% explosive auto turret. And there's really nothing much going on here. I like the aesthetics of it alright. Obviously it needs color, so does the ship, but I've got plans for that too, so I'm just gonna leave it like this for the time being. There's 3 separate entities here. If I exit the build mode and I come over here and I actually enter it, I can kind of show you. There we go. I can kind of show you which where the different entities are. Let's see if I my interface back. Boom. All right. So this part that just got a little bit lighter. This is the base. It's going to dock directly to the ship, right? Then we have this middle section. This is the turret base. This is mounted on a rail turret axis, as it should be, and it is fully self-powered and self-shielded. So in addition to the power and shields, well, mostly in addition to the shields that I get from the base ship, this is going to supply its own shields and its own power. There is a little bit of power and a little bit of shielding here on the stationary base that goes into the dock. That is actually mostly to run the thrusters. I do have a little bit of thruster power, and the ship will be set to inherit thrust from docks. So, you know, it'll hopefully help it carry its weight. Alright, and then of course, no turret is complete without the barrel. And again, this is pretty simple, straightforward. It's basically it's 105 cannon, slave to 105 cannon, slave to 11 explosive. So that's pretty straightforward. Nothing much going on there. There is no power or shielding on the barrel. It inherits all that from the rotating base. So it's got pretty decent range of movement. It's not a very wide field, and of course it can span 360 either way, which for the ship's orientation, this would be up and down, and this would be side to side. So you know, it's not a behemoth. A modular ship obviously is not going to be a dedicated fighter in any case. Oh, I've got an emergency detach. I can hit that button and eject it from the dock here. It's just, you know, if I need a backup fighter, if I need a little extra firepower, I've got this. Gunship turret module, Ilura Militia Systems Incorporated. Easy setup, no user config required. So, yeah. Alright, so enough chatter. Let's hop into this thing, and I will see about actually getting this all hooked up. Should be pretty easy, I hope. This is also my first actual survival game use of my new space tug. Alright, so let's see. Rotate, detach, extend. Hee. Alright. Stop radar, salvage computer. I don't even remember what all I've got set up. It's been several weeks since I last played with this. Push, stop, pull, salvage. Yeah, okay. So let's see. I should be able to zap this and latch onto that. Good. I don't know what the error was that it just detected. I'm actually a little terrified of that. Everything looks to be there. Looks like everything's still attached. So I'm guessing that's just some kind of random shipyard error. Shipyards are actually not too bad right now, truth be told. Oh, whoops. But they have some quirks that I would still like to see worked out a little bit. Okay, so let's see. Let's generate a little lag by colliding. Alright, let me... Whoa. Let me see how this works. In a few seconds, it'll hopefully click right into place. I don't think it's gonna. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay. Alright, so this is that glitch where I powered that rail to undock it, and now it's not really doing what it's supposed to be. So let me try that. No, that didn't work. Let's see. I'm going to have to actually get into build mode to fix this. I think I know how to fix it. Just got to actually get into it to do it. Alright, I think I've got it fixed. If I hit the button and this rotate to face exactly, you know, like this rotates to face that and that rotates to face the opposite direction, then I've got it fixed. Alright, I do. Very cool. So here's what I did. The button powers the knot powers the activation is linked to those buddies. I probably could have done that straight from the knot, but I wanted to be sure. So I've actually got two different activation modules running these. This one is in the correct orientation when the activation module is off. These are in the correct orientation when the activation module is on. So that's fun. But the good news is if they ever do fix the glitch where these rotate at all, because they're not supposed to, I actually won't have to rewire any existing modules because this should all continue to work correctly. So that's pretty awesome. Now for the other problem, which is the fact that this thing is not automatically hooking up to the little activation module down there. First of all, I'm going to check and just make sure. Yep, okay, so it is active. Okay, so obviously I need to reorient the pickup points, don't I? Yep, there we go. It fits. Right? Yeah, it certainly seems to fit. Alright, so the issue then is the orientation of the pickup point. I will have to figure that out some other time. Off camera. Yeah, I did. Yeah, well, whatever. But yeah. Actually, whoa. Yeah, okay. We get back into build mode just briefly. I have docked my module. And that looks pretty awesome. I'm pretty proud of that. I'm less proud of that, but anyway. So let me get into cockpit view. Let's see, that's the top beams. This is the bottom docker view. But yeah, cockpit view. You notice the orange panel over on the left. That is to indicate that I have successfully docked a thing. Right? If I, let's see, if I pull up my gun menu, weapon menu, let's see, I want A, B, X, and Y. Watch the top, A, yep, B, yep, C, or X, and Y. And that's activating the different points, you know, in order. And like I say, there's nothing on the aft dock. The aft dock is more for auxiliary stuff. And if I open up my ship thrust, inherit thrusters from docks, that should, you know, anything I've got hooked up to it, if it's got thrusters attached, should help me maneuver a little bit better in this. So I'm pretty pleased with this. Pretty happy with it. I feel like I've got a lot of possibility here. Oh, these light rods, they light up when the two when the module and the ship are docked together. So that's pretty cool. At least they're supposed to. For some reason, oh, I see it. There we go. Yeah. So that looks pretty sweet. Looks like I've got a little bit of a, you know, data connection going on. I like that. What else happens? The Plex doors automatically open. I already had it open so you wouldn't know the difference, but there it is. And these lights come on. Right, so like, right? Don't they? Oh, there was a light that came on. Yeah. Yeah, like that one is off. It'll come on when things are docked. I'm not actually sure what happened over here. I was thinking that there was a different lighting setup. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, all in all, I'm pretty pleased with all this. The faction module is only here temporarily, so I can rename the module. So yeah, so this is a work in progress. I've got to design more modules. Specifically, one thing I need to do right away is do a mirror image of that turret over here. It should be as easy as taking this base unit right here, rotating a couple things, no big deal. Taking and, you know, moving just a few blocks here and there. Taking the base unit. Let me think. I should be able to use it and the barrel as is if I'll just rotate a few things right here. Hey, it's confusing that there's two bases. Like, this is the base and then this is the turret base. I think the base is the only thing I actually need to tweak to flip it. Could be wrong about that. It's hard to visualize for me for some reason. But I'll work it out. No biggie. But yeah, I'm pretty pretty happy with this. Since this does have a name, whoa, oh crap. Since this does have a name, we go ahead and IAV Eve, because it's the first, right? And then do the same thing. There we go. Alright, very cool. So now the ship is officially named. I like it. I like it very, very much. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I really enjoyed working on this ship. I feel like I kind of learned a lot working on it. At least I feel like I did. I feel like my aesthetic is developing a little bit. Borrowed a lot of design cues from this freighter. I'm not even sure I'm going to keep this freighter because I don't know. It's it needs work maybe. But I am definitely happy with a lot of the things that I kind of borrowed from it. Love the cockpit. This is pretty much exactly what I was going for cockpit wise. I had it in my head. I wasn't sure how to build it, and I tinkered with it until I worked it out. I like having the thrusters scattered around. I like the sense of a little bit of realism that gives me, and I love the docking sections, and I love how the module fits. So basically, I'm really proud of this. Now again, you know, is this good enough to be a dedicated fighter? No, I don't think so. I think if I had a couple of them, you know, they could fend off 2 or 3 pirate Izanths, and that'd be about it. Like, I don't see myself as using these for anything other than auxiliary support. But for that, at least, I think they're gonna do. You know, they're gonna be all right. So yeah. Anyway, again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it inspires you to try your hand at making your own modular ship. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.